It's hot, so hot at noon. Who in their right mind goes to draw water in the middle of the day? The answer is, of course, no one. And that's just the way I liked it. No one to whisper behind my back and call me names. No one to point at me and laugh. No one to pretend I wasn't even there. I liked coming in the middle of the day when there was no one there. What's he doing here? Jewish man? He wants me to give him some water? He asked me for some water. Jewish men don't talk to any woman in public, not even their wives. And to make it worse, I was a Samaritan. Jews hate us. They go miles out of their ways to avoid us. It's like they're afraid they would catch something. And so for a Jewish man to not only talk to me, a Samaritan woman, but to ask me for water? Unbelievable. This was the only time in the whole New Testament that Jesus ever talked to a woman all by himself. And he talked to me longer than anyone else in the whole New Testament. Doesn't it make you feel worthless when people have no time for you? And then it makes you feel special when someone spends a long time talking to you? It sure did me. And I hadn't felt special in a very, very long time. Jesus told me the most amazing things. He told me he had living water. Living water? He didn't even have a bucket. How could he get any water? Jesus told me that if I drank it, I would never be thirsty again. I like that idea. I would never have to go to the well again. I really like that idea. Now, Jesus wasn't really talking about water. He was talking about himself and offering to be my friend so I wouldn't be thirsty for the wrong things anymore. I'll bet you there's things about yourself that you hide from everyone, because if people knew them, you think they wouldn't like you anymore, that they wouldn't even want to be around you anymore. Well, there are things I don't like about myself, things I was ashamed of, that I tried to hide. But you know what? I couldn't hide them from Jesus, but I didn't have to. Jesus knew me inside and out and still offered me that living water, that new life. We talked about a lot of things. How to worship God. Jews and Samaritans did it differently. I told them when the Messiah, the Son of God, came, he would give us the whole story. And Jesus said, I am the Messiah. Not just a man talking to a woman, not just a Jewish man talking to a Samaritan woman, but the Messiah talking to a woman who had done so many bad things. And I knew that living water would not only make me never thirst again for the wrong things, but would wash me cleaner than I had ever been before. Jesus' disciples came back. I could tell they didn't like me very much. But that didn't matter. I had to go. It was time to stop hiding from the other people in the village. It was time to tell them about the man who knew everything I had ever done and liked me anyway, and who could give them living water. I've got to go. You know, it says in Scripture, Jesus had to go through Samaria. And I knew I had to go back to my village. Maybe they would stone me with their words. Maybe they would stone me with actual rocks. But I knew there were dirty, thirsty people there who needed some living water. Don't you know some dirty, thirsty people too?